Section 92 of the Constitution states that municipalities fall within the exclusive jurisdiction of the provinces. The terms could not be more clear or more certain. And yet, as we've come to see far too often, the federal government extends itself too far and interferes in our provincial jurisdiction. And we aren't the only province to see this and be troubled by it. Last November, during our Council of the Federation meeting in Halifax, premiers across the country were united in opposing Ottawa's practice of stepping over our provincial governments to make agreements directly with municipalities. And many of us spoke about pursuing legislation similar to what is in existence in Quebec, which prohibits the federal government from bypassing their provincial government when making deals with municipalities. In fact, the Quebec minister made sure that we all had a copy of that legislation before we left that day. So today, this is no longer just talk in Alberta. Today, we are taking back more of our jurisdictional control and telling Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his cabinet that they cannot make deals without our express approval. And this afternoon, I'm pleased to table the Provincial Priorities Act to do just that. Albertans are uninterested in the virtue signaling from Ottawa and the related strings that come with this. We are interested in our fair share of federal funding to move forward with our priorities on roads, on infrastructure, and on housing. Our government believes Albertans are entitled to their fair share of federal funding and to have that funding spent on priorities that matter to them. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure that happens, including through this legislation, which signals that Alberta will act to ensure the Constitution's integrity and that we won't put up with any further manipulation or political interference from Ottawa.
This legislation will not impact any agreements between Alberta municipalities and the federal government that are currently in place, as long as those agreements don't include impossible to support terms like the possibility of forbidding natural gas to go to homes. That can't be let to stand. The requirement for provincial approval would apply to any municipality that seeks to enter into, amend, extend, or renew an agreement with the federal government. Anything like that would require prior provincial approval. We expect this work to occur over the summer with the intention to bring new regulations into force early 2025. Municipal Affairs will be talking to Alberta municipalities and the rural municipalities of Alberta to get their guidance on these regulations, and I'm confident that we will have many conversations with many municipalities about what our goal is with this legislation.